Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be turning my client's previous Halloween nails into a fall or winter set. So she's had these nails on for about 3 to 4 weeks, and I'm just currently popping all the stones off, and then I'm going to start to debulk the nails and remove the designs. After removing all of my stones, I am going to be going in with this extra quart drill bit, and this is a safety bit. I prefer to use safety bits when it comes to very coarse drill bits. In the incident that I accidentally go over my client's skin, it is not going to cut her because the top of the drill bit is round. I'm going to very lightly start to debulk the apex. I'm not going to remove the apex entirely because I am going to kind of use it for later. And I'm also going to go on the side walls, make sure I remove all of the gel polish and remove anything that might be lifting. So you just want to lightly file in the cuticle area and make sure that her nails are not lifting. I did go back in the cuticle area with the drill bit a few more times to make sure that anything that is possibly lifting comes off, because your primer and your dehydrator will seep underneath that lifted nail, which is going to cause lifting. So once I'm finished with that, we are going to move on and start to use our sanding band. I am currently dusting off all the dust. And now I'll be going in with a fine grit sanding band to start to remove the shine off the natural nail growth. For my dehydrator today, I'll be using 90% alcohol, and I'm just dusting off all of the brush and getting that alcohol on the natural nail using this dust brush. I'm going to make sure I scrub the nails really good, make sure everything is clean. And next, I'll be going in with my Young Nails Protein Bond. Currently, I'm about to start applying my Young Nails Protein Bond, and afterwards, I'm going to use my No Lift Primer. And the name of the brand is actually called No Lift. I get this question all the time, and I'm going to link the primer down below. The color that's on my client's nails was a acrylic powder from Valentino that I ran out of. So I did try to make a color that was as similar as possible. I felt like I did a great job. But for the most part, we really only have to lay the acrylic powder in the cuticle area. So let me give you guys a tutorial on how I get a flawless cuticle application. As you guys can see right here, this was very flawless. It looks very seamless. And later on, I am going to have to add a little bit of acrylic powder to the free edge, but let's get into doing this cuticle application. So I did also leave my dapping dish and the powder in the video so that you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm first going to pick up a small bead. I'm going to tap it, kind of pat it on the paper towel a little bit, and I'm going to place it away from the cuticle area. With a damp brush, I'm going to start to pat and push the acrylic powder into the empty space. And I did leave the bead just a little wet. Not wet enough for it to run, but wet enough for it to do the application for me. If any acrylic powder did touch your client's skin, of course, you'll want to go back and remove that, clean up the sidewalls. And later I am going to have to add just a little more acrylic powder to the free edge of this nail because it was a little thin due to me over filing with the quartz bit. Right here, I did start to apply just one small bead of acrylic powder to the bottom of the nail. And this was because, like I said earlier, I did overfile a little bit and I needed that color to be at the free edge. Now moving on to reshaping and filing, I am going to go in with this golden carbon bit I got from Amazon, and this is a medium grit bit. So very slowly I'm going to start to go over the cuticle area first, and the cuticle area was already very seamless and very thin, so I'm not going to spend too much time up here, but of course if you did apply a thick layer of acrylic powder, you will have to file more in this area. Currently, I'm using my 80/80 grit hand file to start to reshape the nails. And I had kind of reshaped them earlier during prep, but they still were not as sharp as I would like them to be. After reshaping the sidewalls, I'm also going to go over the top of these nails and kind of smooth them out just a little more. The application was already smooth, but I wanted to go back and file some more. Also, hello and welcome to all of my new subscribers. I deeply appreciate everybody that tunes into my videos. And if you made it to this part of the video, comment some brown hearts down below. If you have the update where you got the brown emojis, because we got brown ones now, and I want to see some of those in the comments. I think I told you guys a couple videos back that I was going to be doing a nail class, a really small nail class. And I just wanted to give you guys an update on the nail class. It was amazing. I truly felt like I was just in my element just teaching people. And I really do love teaching, as you guys can see on my YouTube. And after getting so many DMs and messages about doing another class, I decided to do 2 more classes in the month of December. And I'm going to be hosting a teen class, which is going to be from ages 12 to 17, and an adult nail class. So for my subscribers, a teen or adult, If you use the code sub50, you guys will get $100 off the nail class. So I'm going to link down below the link. But like I said, for my subscribers, since you guys are already here, I am going to be giving y'all $100 off. But overall, the class went really, really well. I deeply, deeply appreciated all the girls that came. You guys have no idea how much fun I had. And if you are subscribed, you probably see me post a little bit about it on my community page. But we had a great time, and I look forward to doing more classes in the future because it just felt right. Like, I really, really do love teaching, and I just love being able to show people in person because I know sometimes watching a video could be a little different. Now, enough of my rambling. I'm currently going in with this 80 grit nail buffer, and I'm making sure I go over the entire nail. Every little crevice on the nail needs to get some of this nail buffer, and I need to make sure that the entire nail is smooth. So once I'm done with doing this, I am going to clean her nails with alcohol one more time, and then I'm going to have her go to the bathroom and wash her hands with soap and water. So today I'm going to be using some gel polishes from Born Pretty, and this is a more of a fall collection. We have some beautiful colors in here. I really wanted to stay away from any color that looked like a pumpkin, and I really wanted to do more of a brown color. So I'm currently just opening up all of these. This glitter was really pretty, and I kind of wanted to use it, but that would be going back to orange, and I really wanted to do another brown set. So after I'm finished opening up all these gel polishes and picking the color, we're going to start to do the French tip nails. Starting off with the French tip nails, I do prefer to use a longer brush when I'm doing French tip. For me, it's much easier, and I normally get my brushes from Amazon, and they come in a pack of 3. The brush that I'm using today is actually from a vendor because I want to start selling my own brushes. So I was just testing this brush out to see how I liked it. When doing hand paints and French tips, be sure to take your time. I know at first, especially if you're a beginner, it could be really tricky, but I always recommend practicing on a practice hand before you tell your client that you could do something. I've experienced too many times when I first started doing nails where I told a client I was sure I could do a design, but when it was time, I realized it wasn't as easy as I thought, and I probably needed some more practice. Now that I'm finished with the French tips and all of my nails are fully cured, I'm now going in with this D&D gel polish, and this is a matte top coat. So we are going to be doing matte nails today. I feel like sweater nails look best matte. So after applying a very thin layer of my top coat, I'm going to allow this to cure for 60 seconds before going back into my gel polish for my designs. So today we are not going to be doing the traditional sweater design. We are going to be doing little hearts. So I'm currently going in with my dotted tool and creating these small hearts. And it's really simple to do this with the dotting tool. And afterwards, I'm going to go back in with my brush and create some lines on the outer sides of the hearts. So very carefully, I'll be doing my first line on the right side. It doesn't matter where you start, but I'm very slowly going to drag my brush along the sides of the heart. And like I said earlier, use a longer brush when you're doing this. And for the sides, I'm going to start to drag the gel polish from the line and pull it to the side so we can get more of a sweater look. And I was going to do all the nails like this. I kind of wish I would have made the hearts bigger and just the design a little thicker, because I feel like the nails were cute, but I also feel like you couldn't see the design as much as I would like. Like, yes, you could see it. Yes, it's very pretty, but I do wish I would have went in and just went a lot bigger with my line work. Currently, I'm going in with my clear acrylic powder and I'm just pouring it over the gel polish. I'm going to do this a couple times, and afterwards, I'm going to allow that to cure for 60 seconds. It does not have to be top coated. I feel like I get this question a lot when it comes to doing sweater designs. You do not have to top coat this afterwards. We did already top coat the nails. For the pinky, I decided to do something a little different, and after doing my hearts, I am going to create some squiggling lines and do some dots on the sides of those squiggles. So as y'all can see right here, the pointer finger is starting to absorb all of the acrylic powder. So after I do this, pour the acrylic powder on the pinky, I'm going to pour just a little more on the pointer finger because I don't want it to absorb and look glossy. Now that these are finished, I am going to start to dust these off. And like I said earlier, these do not have to be top coated. These came out absolutely beautiful. To me, they look like Christmas cookies, but I'm going to show you guys how the final result ended up, and let me know down below how y'all feel about these.